Hi.
Hey guys, it is Trisha, aka Naya, and
Samoya.
Timoya. This is my 8-year-old Timoya, and she wants to be in the video with me today. I don't know how long she'll be able to stay because she has school tomorrow.
And on Friday I don't so.
Tomorrow's Friday. So we just wanted to come to you guys today and talk about Candid. So I was actually on Instagram when I saw the Candid advertisement, and what caught my attention was that they had a $29 starter kit, and it was like a home starter kit, and you pay $29. They send you the kit, and then you do your impressions at home. And once you do all of that, you send it back in to them, and then they produce your aligners for you. So the deal that I saw that was on sale, it was $29.99, and then you would get your $29 back if you submitted your impressions within a certain period of time. I think it was like a 7-day period. Unfortunately, at the time when I received my kit, I had been traveling. I got it like right before I went out of the country. And so I'd been traveling, and then I got back and just getting settled and, reacclimated. It just didn't fit within the time period to get my $29 back, but I was okay with that. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll take my time and I'll wait a little bit longer. And because I was waiting, not for any specific reason, I was just like, oh, I don't have the time to get around to it. I'll get around to it when I can. And because of that, some time had elapsed, and they sent me another coupon. And that coupon was to upload your pictures and and send out your impressions within a certain time period, and then you would get a free whitening wand and free teeth whitener. So I haven't received that yet, but that's the one that I opted to do. So once I paid the $29, I got a kit that looks like this. It's a nice, cute little kit. It just says Candid Co. And it's really cute. And I thought, so it came in a box, and then it came with this, and then it had quite a few things that were included in the kit. So they send you trays, and I've already sent in my impressions, so I don't have them anymore. So I'll just show you guys some pictures of it. So they send you these trays, and the trays look like this. And this is actually everything that's included in the kit, pretty much, for the most part. Well, this kind of shows you everything that you'll need, but you get the trays in the kit, you get gloves, you get the putty that you have to make the impressions with, and then of course you need a cell phone and you need a mirror. And the putty that they sent you to make the impressions, there are two. There's a white one and a blue one, and they have to be joined together in order to, of course, make your impressions. And so it'll look like this. You'll put the putty in and then put it in a tray and put it on your teeth, and then it'll look like that. So it was pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory. And they send you a link, and the link that they send you, it has a video, and in that video they recommend that you watch the video first, and then once you watch the video, you'll be able to get instructions on what needs to be done. Once you get those instructions, then you can start with your procedure. I literally, and they tell you how much time. It was so simple, guys. It was really, really simple. And I literally sat on my bed and did it. I sat on my bed while watching Big Brother and did it. I think it said it would take like maybe 15 to 30 minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe it was more like 30 minutes. And it did. It took about that. In the package that they send you with the trays and the putty, they actually send you an extra one. And that extra one is so that you can see, you can practice first, see how to do it. You do it. And then the next ones are the ones that you would actually need. Now, I included my practice one in the package when I sent it back. I think it probably does instruct you to do that. I did it anyway. I thought it came out good. So basically, what it does is, so they'll give you the gloves and then you'll add the blue and the white putty together. And that, it tells you how long, gives you like a timer, tell you to use your phone as a timer, tells you how long that you have to mix that together so that it's no longer blue and white. You can no longer see the white. And you have to, you know, massage it really well for a certain amount of time. And then you roll it up in a ball and then you kind of roll it up like this. Now, if you're like me, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm from the Virgin Islands. So if you're from the islands, it is very similar to rolling dumplings. So we make dumplings a lot. And so it was pretty easy for me. I just kind of felt like I was rolling dumplings. So that's pretty much how it looks like. It comes with the blue and the white. Then you mix them together and then you roll it out like this. Once you roll it out like that, then you'll have to put it into the tray. Once you put it into the tray, it instructs you to use the toothpick-like tool that's in the package and put 2 holes to the top. Once you put those 2 holes to the top, it kind of directs you as to where your front teeth need to go. And you basically hold it in your mouth for about 3 minutes. And you can't move. You can't like, you know, because then that will mess up the impressions. So you have to bite down on it and stay still for 3 minutes. So literally, guys, like I said, I just sat on my bed and watched Big Brother while doing it. And so that helped me keep still. So I don't know what works for you, but whatever works for you, that's what you'll do. So this is kind of an example of the 2 teeth that you have to bite down, and then you just kind of close down and you hold it in your mouth. This would be another example here. So there is another example right there. That's how it should look. And the booklet and the video kind of gives you do's and don'ts, yays and no's, and tells you how it looks if you're doing it right, how it looks if you're doing it wrong. And then when they're finished, they should come out looking like this. Now, again, it gives you those do's and don'ts where it kind of shows you that if the impressions come out a certain way, that's wrong and it shouldn't be like that. So those will be rejected. Luckily for me, I did not have any rejections with my impressions. I did a pretty good job, if I may say so myself. So I wasn't worried in that aspect, but they did warn that they would come back for more if we didn't do it correctly. Now, the other thing that you have to do is they will give you said tool like this. pretty much. It's really hard to finagle. So this would go into your mouth like this. So you would put this into your mouth and you have to take impressions, photo impressions of your teeth. So this is why it asks you to have your phone, this, and a mirror handy. I thought I could do it without the mirror. That didn't work out well. So I had to get up off the bed and go and find a mirror. It walks you through it step by step and tells you what and how you need to get done. It shows you, so it'll walk you through all of the impressions that you have to do. And it does it on the video too. And it does it in the booklet. And then it shows you like something like this would be rejected because it's too dark over here and they cannot see what's going on behind there. So they need it to look like this. And if it looks like that, that's acceptable. But if it looks like that, that's rejected. Now, using the app, once I used the app, I was a little bit confused at one point. It wasn't an app, it was a link. I was a little bit confused at one point as to, and I don't know if it's just me having a blonde moment, but I thought that I was uploading my left when I should have been uploading my right side. And so I uploaded my right side twice instead of uploading my one left and one right. Because you have to do it, it lists it out for you. And you specifically have to do it in a specific order. So by me being confused of which one I was on, I accidentally did 2 right and didn't send a left. And I caught it when I did it, but I was not able to go back and change it. So I just sent it anyway. And I don't know, I really didn't think much of it. And I don't know if I thought, well, maybe they won't even notice it. I don't know, but they caught it. So they caught it and they rejected it and said, we need you to resend this. And then I resent it. It was very simple. I had already had the picture in my photo album and I knew what had happened. So I just went ahead and uploaded it. So that was really simple. So, and then it'll send you, it'll show you. So this is the upper teeth you have to send a picture of, and a picture like this would be rejected because it's not clear at all. So it has to have good lighting and be clear. So if it looks like this, they'll reject it. If it looks like this, they won't. I did not have any rejections except for the one that I uploaded twice. So that was a good thing for me. Once I sent those pictures in, I had sent it in time enough to be able to get my whitening wand. And I haven't received it yet, but I am supposed to receive it. Now, I have contacted them twice about my whitening wand. And the first time they said that kind of like I had to wait for a certain batch to go out. They're processing everything, and once they process all of that, then they'll send it out. The second time I spoke to my case manager, so to speak, the person, I guess she would be like my salesperson, and she said she was checking with customer service and that she did see that I am supposed to get that, yada, yada, yada. So here comes the fun part. Once I sent in my impressions, and it was very easy. They send you a box when you get this in the mail. They'll send you another box. It's prepaid. You do your impressions. You put them in the box, seal the box, send it out. Like you never have to leave home. that was one of the good things for me. You just do it right in the privacy of your home, and you never have to leave, put it in a box and send it out. Once I did that and I sent in my electronic impressions with the pictures, they kind of send you emails every step of the way, letting you know what process they are at. And then I was surprised that it was less than 2 weeks. It might have been like a week. I'm not exactly sure. But I received everything back within a week to 2 weeks. They emailed me. They sent you these electronic footage of your mouth, sent you everything that they would be doing, what your teeth looks like now, what they hope that it would look like once the process is finished, or what they think it will look like once the process is finished. They send you all the different payment options that they have. And what else? I think that's about it. So once they sent me all of that information, they said that it would take 9 months. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because my bottom teeth have always been crooked. Don't know if you see that. They've always been crooked. So personally, I've always wanted braces on my bottom teeth. When I did see an orthodontist years ago, they told me I needed it on both teeth because my top teeth, even though they look kind of straight, they are kind of pushed in like this. And it's a very subtle pushed in, but nevertheless, it's pushed in. So once this opportunity came up, I jumped on it. And they said it will be 9 months to correct it. And they said it would be $1,900. I kind of felt like after seeing all of the reviews that everyone kind of got a blanketed $1,900. I thought initially, oh, maybe that's because of how much work that I need done. Every one of the reviews that I've read, it's been $1,900. Now, they give you incentives and they take off. Like some people may have paid $1,800 for theirs. Some people may have paid $1,700. They give you little incentives, but the basic is $1,900 for anyone so far that I have read. Once I got back the payment options, I looked into because one of the things that actually made me want to do it was the fact that they said it was like $80 a month. So I was like, oh, I can afford $80 a month. That's not bad. Let's look into it. The $80 a month is a company that they use. It's outsourced. It's not through Candid. It's a company called Affirm. And they use that, and you have to qualify. Your credit has to qualify for that. My credit isn't too bad, but I have a lot of debt. So sometimes people look at it and they're like, you got too much going on, sister. So once I did it, they said for the $1,900, I'd have to put a down payment of $1,200. I was like, that makes no sense. I might as well just pay the whole $1,900. So that didn't work. That option didn't work out for me. So the next option was paying it cash. So I said, okay, well, I'll pay it cash. But I was in no hurry. So I didn't do anything with it. And I just kind of had it sitting here for a little while. And then they sent me a coupon if you do the video chat, because you have to do like a welcome type video. And if you do the video chat, they'll give you like, they gave me like a coupon for $50. And then they gave me like a coupon for, once you do the video, they'll give you a coupon for like $100. So I was like, okay, no problem. I'll do that eventually whenever I get around to it. And I'll get I thought, $150 off of it. Once I spoke to the young lady, she was trying to give me $100 off. But then with her trying to give me the $100 off, I was like, well, what about the $50 that you guys sent me? And she said, let me look. And she looked into my file and she did see the $50 and she was like, I'll honor that $50 and so we'll give you $150 off. But the incentive is you have to do it today. If you don't do it today, you don't get that $150 off. So I still wasn't 100% sold. And I said, let me think about it for a little while. So backing up, before I did my video chat, I'd gotten a coupon in my email maybe about 2 or 3 weeks after they sent me out everything. I guess because I hadn't purchased it yet, they sent a coupon and I guess it was like an incentive, like, hey, if you purchase it by such and such date, we'll give you $250 off. I think it was either $250 or $200. It was in that range. So I was like, oh, well, that would be nice. But I still didn't pay it much attention because, again, life. I had a lot of things going on and I just didn't really care to be bothered at the time. So I was like, whatever, I'll get to it when I get to it. Over the next few weeks, there were times when they would contact me to do the video chat and I'd make arrangements to do it, but then different things would happen. I had a death in the family one time. Then I traveled out of the country because my daughter was vying for Miss Universe, USVI, like different things like that. So all these things would come up and I'm like, no, I'm not available until this date. And then that date would come and then I just can't do it. Well, I got another date where they had their dates wrong. They gave me one date and I had that proof. And then once I clicked on to do the video chat, I wasn't supposed to do the video chat until the next day. Someone had accidentally scheduled me for that day when it wasn't until the next day. So I'm waiting on video chat for someone to come on there and no one comes on there. So it was just different things like that that just kept happening and kept happening. And it just never happened for us. So time passed and time passed. And then I finally do the video chat. And that's when she told me it's $150 off of the $1,900. But you can do a firm. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing a firm because they want me to put $1,200 down. So she was like, oh, okay. Well, we can give you the $150 off, but you have to do it today. So I'm like, I don't know. Let me talk to my husband. I'll get back to you. And I intended on getting back to her, but it just wasn't on my priority list. As soon as I hung up the phone from her, I noticed that I had an email sitting in my email account from earlier that day. They had a fall special and it was for $500 off. And I'm like, $500 off? Let's do this. So then I start wondering, well, if I get $500 off, can I use my $150 as well? Can they combine it? Give me $650 off? So I contacted the young lady and she said that we could not. Hey.
Hey,
What do you need?
I'm just gonna clean this.
So I contacted the young lady and she said that I could not combine the $150 with the $500. But at the same time, when I contacted her, I was sitting waiting for her response and I'd never gotten a response as yet. So I emailed the person that emailed me the $500 off and I'm like, hey, I have this $150 coupon. Can I use it together? Unfortunately, I didn't put the 1 before the 50 and I just put, I have this $50 coupon. And she's like, I know you've been talking to the person you've been talking to. We're going to call you and see what we can work out for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to call you and see what we can work out for you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she calls me and she's like, well, my manager said we can do that $50 extra for you if that's what it will take for us to close the deal. So I got $550 off. So I was like, I'm okay with that. Even if it's not the $650, I'm okay with getting $550 off. She said, well, you'd have to do it today. Like, you'd have to do it now because my manager is the only one that can approve that. And she's actually getting ready to go home, which she probably was. It was late in the evening. So I don't think she was lying. You know, salespeople, sometimes they can run sales like that. But I personally don't think she was lying. Who knows? I sealed the deal. So I got my Candid for $1,350. That was a fall special that was going on. I think it actually ends today, the 12th, for the $500 off. They told me it would take so via email, they told me it would take I think up to 4 weeks for them to make my aligners. The young lady on the phone with the video call told me that people are getting their aligners within 2 weeks. It hasn't even been a week yet. And I just got my email today saying that my aligners have been shipped out. So I'm excited and I'm waiting for the aligners to come. And I am definitely going to keep you guys in the loop and let you see my journey step by step. So far, my experience with Candid has been really good. They have been answering me back when I email them. The rep that I had, the sales rep, I had her text her cell phone information. She'd been texting me back. I'm not sure if it's a cell phone or a text app, but she texts me on my phone. And I haven't had a problem thus far. I have seen one review. I watched a few reviews, and I have seen one review where a young lady said the only problem she had a little bit was the communication slowed down after she actually paid and got everything, together. Communication slowed down a little bit, but she said it wasn't a biggie. They still would get back to her, and overall, she was very satisfied with them. For me, before I committed to doing my actual impressions and sending them out, I sat down and I did watch tons of reviews, and I did watch reviews with Smile Direct, and that's what made me go with Candid. There were mixed reviews with Smile Direct. Some people were happy, some people were not happy. With Candid, I found zero complaints at all. I checked so many reviews and no one complained about them. So because there were no complaints, I decided I would go with Candid over Smile Direct. So far, I am a happy camper. I can't complain. And I am hoping that it works out. Again, it's Candid Co. And it comes in this really neat box. It's really cool. And I will let you guys see how this journey turns out. We will stay in touch. And until then, I come in peace.